Hi guys, Top Pops here. Today we are back over at the flea market Funko Pop hunting, and I'm not here alone. I'm actually here with Noah and Emily, who are down there, so let's get started. So we are now inside, and the first booth that we always have to check is the Toy Man. And I like to look at the Pops because you never know, there could be something cool here. And there are some pretty decent ones like 16 Candles, Battlestar Galactica, Short Fuse from the Penguins, as well as some of the original like Harley Quinns and stuff, like a lot of interesting figures. Also, I don't know if I've ever noticed this Spider-Man hanging from the ceiling. I came across another booth here with a bunch of Wacky Wobblers. If you guys want to check it out, there's the Bart Simpson one, as well as this Nick Devil down here. And then at the bottom, look at all of these ones. Some pretty interesting ones that you don't see very often. And I know I say that a lot, but who has ever seen these two before? Pretty random. I came over to the booth that has a lot of Lego, and I'm seeing some pretty interesting stuff like some Bionicles as well as Nexo Knights, and then this one here, the Lego Sports, which is an NBA set. I've never seen this before. Oh wait, you're right, no, we saw it last time we were here. But besides that, this is the only place I've ever seen it. And then I'm gonna back up a little bit just so you guys can see the rest of it, because there's some pretty interesting Ninjago as well as Knights. Is that just it? I thought it was Nexo Knights. I guess there's two different ones. There's also this set at the same booth with a bunch of minifigures, and I wanted to show it off because of the weird ones that they've got, like these ones up here. That one is a light, and this one's a clock. And then a little bit lower, check this one out. It's a Gungan riding on one of the, I don't remember what they're called, but it's pretty interesting. I came to the back booth where I usually find some interesting stuff, and I ran into this Funko Pop here, and I believe this is the first time I've ever seen it in person. And now, actually, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it's a Funko Pop, but I believe on the bottom it should be... It looks like it. Yeah, it is. And I do not have one of these in the collection, but if I were to get it, I'd probably want it in box, but still, pretty crazy to see today. I can't really get back there today, but I wanted to look at this smaller section of Pops just to see if there's anything new, and I'm noticing like Voltron at the bottom, as well as a couple interesting ones like Raymond stands up at the top. They're pretty neat. And then there's also this section of Pops, and it doesn't seem like there's too much that's new, but I figured I might as well show it off because there is a lot of them here, and I'm really liking like that unmasked Deadpool if I can get closer. That one. And King Groot, and a little bit to the left I'm noticing like the TIE Fighter pilot, and then Lucky from Despicable Me 3, if you guys can see that. Like there's some pretty interesting figures here you don't see very often. And I know I said it again, but that's the reason we come, because you don't see any of this stuff very often. I found another smaller section of Pops, and if you guys want to take a look, this is what they've got, like a lot of Rick and Morty, as well as DC, and then, ooh, Cousin Eddie, that's a pretty funny one. But then besides that, it doesn't seem like there's too much that I'm really on the hunt for, but it's still good to see it. Okay, now everybody, we've made it into a booth, and I think you guys know which one we're in. It is over at King Dave's Collectibles. There it is right there. And of course, they've got the most Pops at the flea market, so we gotta look around for a bit. And it looks like they do have some new stuff like Martian Manhunter, as well as some Looney Tunes ones. And then in the front here, I saw one that I'd never seen before. Here it is right here. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock in the ring. It's pretty sick. And of course, I always like taking a look over here at the retro toys, as well as the ad icons. And I'm not seeing too much that's new that I need for the collection, but it's good to check. And you know I gotta take a look in the Star Wars one, and it looks like there's some pretty interesting characters like that Princess Leia, and I believe that one there might be Chrome. I'll have to check that in a second. And then we've also got some other blue box ones, as well as the medical droid, which might be an interesting one to pick up today. Let me look at it here. Yeah, this could be a fun one. And since I mentioned it, I gotta check it. Is this one the Chrome version? Ooh, gotta be careful here. It definitely is. Well, hold on a second. What Boba Fett is this? It is, oh, the Chrome one. You know what's funny? I'm looking at the sides of the boxes, and I would prefer these over the Chrome Funko. You should just make these ones. And we also have to take a look at the expensive cabinet, because there's some pretty interesting ones today, like the Star Wars ones. Ooh, that Luke Skywalker Jedi is pretty cool. And then over here, they've got the 5-pack of Mickey Mouse, as well as the 3-pack of Force Ghost, which is a bit of a sore spot, but at least we have a new one now. And then as we get a little bit lower, we've got like the Harry Potter 3-pack, and then over on the side here, Elliot, as well as the Rocketeer. Pretty cool. And then what do we got going on this side? Some Transformers, Leatherhead, ooh, Blunt Man and Chronic. That one's pretty funny. And then above that, it looks like some pretty nice stuff, but I don't know if there's anything that I'm really on the hunt for today, but it's always good to check. Oh, and here's another section that I haven't taken a look at yet, and there are some interesting ones here. Like down at the bottom, I'm seeing a lot of like weird figures you don't see very often, and I know I keep saying that, but I have to. It's stuff that you don't see very often. And then as we get a little bit higher here, there's a lot of Rock's characters like Youngblood, as well as Eddie Van Halen. We've also got Machine Gun Kelly, and then the original Doc Emmett Brown. Kind of random, but I do like that pop. And then I ran into this cabinet, still at the same booth, and taking a look at this, there is some interesting interesting ones here, and one that kind of stood out to me is this Fugitive Toys exclusive. Let me see if I can take it out of the cabinet to show you guys. It's this Fugitive Toys exclusive metallic Blue Lantern the Flash. I might grab it today. And so now, guys, we're out of King Dave's Collectibles, and we came next door to another booth that has a lot of figures. So again, I'm gonna be digging around for a bit. And the first spot that I want to take a look at is this one here, because there's a lot of animation ones, as well as some of the MLB stuff, WWE, as well as this one up here, which I really enjoy, Valkyrie's Flight. Oh, and now this table's got some cool stuff. We've got like the Hobbit, as well as over in the corner here, it looks like some of the Planet of the Apes, Cornelius, Mr. Bean, Alex Trebek, and then here we've got some of the Blacklight Alice in Wonderland. They're a little bit covered today, but there is still a bunch of these Star Wars ones down here, and I'm noticing like Wicket, as well as Chewbacca, TIE Fighter pilot, Hammerhead. Then over on the side here, I do see the holographic Emperor. Pretty neat. I know it's kind of hard to see. There we go, that's a bit better. And now I came over to the opposite side to see if there was anything else that I might be on the hunt for, and I'm noticing a lot of Star Wars ones, and they're black box ones, and they're still pretty cool. Ooh, especially this Kit Fisto, which I do not have in the collection. And I'm taking a bit of a look at it here, and it seems like the box is in decent condition, so for 40 bucks, that might be one that I pick up today, but I'm still gonna keep looking around. And then as we get a little bit higher here, I'm noticing like Luke Skywalker without a hand, as well as Rey and Finn. We've got like Niall Cheel, E3PO, which is definitely a sick pop. But I think that's pretty much everything that I'm on the hunt for in terms of Star Wars here. Oh, and now take a look at this one, guys. You've got Robin Hood here, but I'm noticing in the corner, it doesn't look like a great box. Oh, this would have been a really cool one to pick up today, but I mean, look at that. I can't do it. I came over to the Retro Nostalgic booth just to show you guys what they've got, because there is some pretty interesting figures like Jeffrey, actually a bunch of different Jeffreys, as well as Carl and Ellie in the corner there, but if you guys want to take a look at the entire thing, here it is. Here's another booth with a lot of random Funko Pops, and I figured I might as well take a look because I found a figure, a pretty decent one last time I was here. Like, this Superman is pretty cool. You know what? It almost looks like it's a bobblehead. Oh, I thought it was for a second, because those ones are really rare. It seems like it's just the normal one, but I mean, come on, look at that. Doesn't it kind of look like it would bobble? And then taking a look at the rest of the stuff here, they've got like the original Morty, as well as Doc Emmett Brown, and then over here a Lego set. Which one is this? I gotta be careful, I don't want to drop anything. The Lego Creator Wild Lion. Kind of neat. Oh, and I didn't even notice behind the Doc Emmett Brown, there is the Blue Box Imperial Garden. If the box is nice on this one, I might have to grab it. It doesn't look bad. Like, there's a little bit of something at the top here, and then on the back side, I might have to pass today. I came across a booth with a lot of Lego, and it seems to be a new booth that I've never seen before, and there's a lot of Lego City stuff, so I might have to pick up something for Grandpa today. And I'm debating on the Arctic Crawler, which is pretty cool because it does look like it has like maybe a bear in there or something, or this one, the Snow Groomer. It's pretty neat. All right, everybody, so we are now out of the flea market, and we got some pretty great stuff, and it's too bad that I couldn't show you more of that Lego booth because it was pretty crowded in there. And just to let you guys know, I did end up getting a set for Grandpa. That was a lot of fun, and now that we're back, let's go through everything that I picked up. And now, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't exactly know what to start with, and I think maybe let's do this one here, because it was Mufasa, and check this one out. It's not the normal one, it's the one where it looks like he's in the stars. I actually got this one, as well as another figure, which I'll show you in a bit, for $80 together, and I don't think it was a bad deal at all, especially when you see that other figure. But before I show you that one, I want to take this one out of the protector, because it was kind of hard to tell if it had a good box, but you know what? It looks pretty clean. I was a little bit worried because of the protector, but it seems like this is what took the shelfware and not the figure, and this seems to be in practically perfect condition. And this is one of those figures that I've been wanting to pick up for a little while, and now that I saw it in person, I figured I might as well grab it today. And one thing that I'm noticing is that the whole figure is connected to be one big piece, and the head doesn't actually turn. And I think in some cases that actually makes the figure look a lot nicer because they don't have to have that separation. It literally has his mane flowing right into his legs. I think it's pretty neat. And I'm actually really enjoying the glitter on this one, and I know that they don't do glitter figures very often, and I'm hoping they keep it like this, where they do it every once in a while for a really good reason, like this Mufasa here. And so that was the first part of the $80. Then the other part of the $80 that I got was this one right here, Elmo from Sesame Street. And I actually have a bit of a story about this one because it was over at Kevin's booth, which is next to King Dave's Collectibles if you ever go to the flea market. He's the one that I buy a lot of the blue box Star Wars figures off of, and it looked like he had a lot more figures than the last time I was there. So many so that I couldn't even see all of them. And so right before I was about to leave, I saw behind his counter he actually had a bunch of Muppets as well as Sesame Street, and I guess they're both Muppets, but you know what I mean. And if you're wondering which Muppets he had, it was Fozzie Bear as well as Kermit and Animal, and then a bunch of these Sesame Street ones like the Count as well as Ernie and Bert as well as Elmo, and I don't have any Elmos in the collection, so I figured I'd go with this one today. And I thought it was really cool that he had all of them, and next time I go to the flea market, I'm probably going to pick up a couple more of them if he still has any left over, over because I saw that he had the count and I do not have the count in my collection, and now that I think about it, I probably should have picked him up. But hey, at least I got something because I didn't even see them until I was about to purchase Mufasa, so if it weren't for this figure here, I wouldn't have got any of the Sesame Street ones today. And you know what, now that I think about it, I haven't talked about the Sesame Street ones in a while, so if you guys want to take a look at the back of the box here with all of the characters, there really is a great lineup. And so now let's get into the next two figures that I got, and I believe they were both over at King Dave's. No, I got one over at King Dave's Collectibles, and I also got a Wacky Wobbler, and I think I showed a bunch of them as soon as we got there, but I didn't tell you exactly which one I grabbed. And so I think we'll start with the Funko Pop, and then we'll get into the rest of the stuff. So we've got the Blue Lantern The Flash, which is a Fugitive Toys exclusive, and I actually kind of forgot that this figure existed. But anyways, let's take a look at this one here, and it seems like the box is actually in really nice condition, very similar to the Mufasa. Because like, yeah, I am seeing nothing wrong with this one, and it looks like somebody would have thrown this into a protector right away and then just left it in there forever, which is what I like in a pop. And another thing that I really enjoy about this one is the back of the box, where you can see all of the original DC characters. And one thing that you don't see very often on the back of the box is Superboy. Like, that is a pop that is really hard to find today. And so now, guys, we've got two more things to look at: the Wacky Wobbler as well as the Lego set that I picked up for Grandpa, which we will definitely be surprising him with today. But before we do that, I have to show you guys which Wacky Wobbler I picked up, and I feel like you guys probably know which one I got. It was Bart Simpson. I had to get him. Especially because the box was in really nice condition, and this came out apparently in 2007, and I mean, look at this thing. It looks like you could have pulled it off the shelf today. And I'm also noticing that Bart is standing on a really, really tall base, and I want to see what that looks like. And it's probably just got his name on it if I were to guess. Oh no, it's not a really tall base. It's just they brought it way up there. I mean, yeah, this is a weird Wacky Wobbler. I'm really glad I got this. And now, everybody, here is the set that I picked up for Grandpa, the Lego City Snow Groomer. He's been wanting a lot of the weirder vehicles, and I had never seen this one before, so I figured it'd be fun to get today. Grandpa?
Good morning.
I have a Lego set for you today. Also, Bailey, how's it going? How you doing? We were at the flea market, and we found something. Well, there's actually a whole booth there now that sells Lego.
Really?
And there was something that I thought you would enjoy, so I grabbed it.
Well, let's have it.
Sounds good. I think it's pretty interesting. Like, I think you're really gonna like this. You ready for it?
Yes, sir.
Here we are. Do-do-do-do.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's another vehicle that I didn't think you had anything like. It's almost like a snowplow. It's called a snow groomer, and then it also has a snowball cannon on the top. I thought it'd be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy had a bunch of sets that I had never seen before, so I figured I'd grab you something.
Yeah, well, that's a good start.
For sure.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. And well, there you go, guys. That is everything for today. And let me know in the comment section below, what is something that you would have picked up from the flea market today, because they had a lot of great stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But this has been an episode of Top Pops. Popsters, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.
Did the math, I'm baby Johnny Cash. My girl gon' throw it back. Damn, my life is cinemax. Holy hell, this max. I make hits and you make trash. I'm on vacay, do not ask. Poolside eating Apple Jacks. Shut up. Big deal like TJ Maxx. Bought some Catharines.